equivalence of formula and object to normal forms the topics and skills. You one block two, we have to complete the recurrence relations and their functions. Recurrence relations and recursive functions. On this, we have the principles of inclusion and inclusion. The important topic of inclusion and exclusion theory. Inclusion and exclusion. Of course, this is also one of the important topic in this second block. Next, these are also very easiest topics. Okay.
హలో సార్, ఇది వెక్టార్ క్యాల్కులస్ క్లాస్ కాదండి?
హలో
హలో అండి, ఇది వెక్టార్ క్యాల్కులస్ కి సంబంధించింది కాదా?
ఎలెక్టివ్ ఏ కదా వచ్చిన ఎలెక్టివ్ ఏ
అంటే
కాదు మ్యాథమెటికల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ గా వచ్చిన ఈరోజు సిస్టమ్ కదా మీరు
అంటే అండి నాది వెక్టార్ క్యాల్కులస్ అండి, 6th సెమ్.
6th సెమ్ వెక్టర్ క్యాల్కులస్ ఎలెక్టివ్స్. ఇది ఎలెక్టివ్ ఏ బేటా ఇది
ఎలెక్టివ్ బి ఎప్పుడు చెప్తారండి?
10:30 to 11:30 ఎలెక్టివ్ ఏ. ఆ పేపర్ ఒకసారి షెడ్యూల్ చూసుకున్నాను. ఇదే ఉంది స్ట్రక్చర్. ఇప్పుడు
ఆ,
ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం, మళ్ళీ ఇదే పేపర్ తెలుగు మీడియం ఉంది. మీరు వెక్టర్ క్యాల్కులసా మీరు?
అవునండి, వెక్టార్ క్యాల్కులస్.
హలో
అవునండి, వెక్టార్ క్యాల్కులస్.
రైట్ రైట్ ఓకే ఓకే. ఇది డిస్క్రిట్ ఓకే 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 బేటా ఓకే బేటా. ఇది డిస్క్రిట్ మ్యాథమెటికల్ స్ట్రక్చర్. రైట్. అది మరి మీకు లింక్ వేరే ఉంటది కదా.
చూసుకుంటానండి. అంటే నాకు ఇదే ఒకటే ఇంగ్లీష్ అని చెప్పి ఇది ఒకటి కనపడింది, ఎలెక్టివ్ ఏ అని తెలీదు.
ఓకే ఓకే. ఇది ఎలెక్టివ్ ఏ.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే, ఉంటే మేము ఇష్టం కంటిన్యూ చేయండి, చూడండి. మరి ఈ టైంలో ఈ లింక్ ఇదే నడుస్తుంటుందా? మీకు టైమింగ్స్ వేరే ఉండొచ్చు. ఒకవేళ ఉంటే
ఓకే
మీరు
సార్.
కంటిన్యూ కండి,
ఓకే
కంటిన్యూ
సార్.
కండి, ఏం కాదు. రైట్ ఓకే. అంటే దీస్ ఆర్ ద 4 సబ్ టాపిక్స్. వన్ ఈజ్ based on 2 tables. We have unit number 1, and second unit it will comes under the completely recurrence relations and generating function, and third fourth units are
అంటే సార్ నాకు ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ లేదండి, అంటే ఎలెక్టివ్ వేరు కదా.
అట్లంటున్నా. ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే.
ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఎలెక్టివ్ నాకు వెక్టార్ క్యాలిక్యులస్ ఉందండి. వినపట్లేదండి, నెట్ స్లో ఉంది.
లింక్ మీకు మీకు అండి, మీ క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ కావచ్చు, సరేనా?
ఓకే సార్, వేరే లింక్ చూస్తాను నేను.
ఓకే ఓకే, ఉండండి, ఏం కాదు, ఉండండి. చూడండి, నేను జస్ట్ బేసిక్స్ డిస్కస్ చేస్తాను. సో గ్రాఫ్ థియరీలో ఏంటి? వీ హ్యావ్ 3 సబ్ టాపిక్స్. గ్రాఫ్స్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ terminology and basic concepts. We have how we are going to define the graph with the help of edges and nodes, connectivities. All will comes under the unit number 7, that is basic concepts. Next one is subgraphs and isomorphisms, and the last one connectedness, Eulerian and Hamiltonian graphs, and coming to the last 4th unit, graph theory. Actually black 3 black 4 are the same continuation topics, but they divided into 2 partitions. One is graph theory 1, second one is graph theory 2. And coming to the 4th block, graph theory 2, in this we have trees and binary trees and spanning trees. In this we have one of the most important topic is minimal spanning tree is the compulsory for final exam purpose. Next, planar graphs and graph coloring, and these are the last unit number 11, unit number 12 are purely applications topics, where we are going to use these graph theory concepts. So that kind of model problems we will going to discuss in unit number 11 and unit number 12. They are the planar graphs and graph coloring. Last unit 12 is network flows and their applications. Okay, these are the sub contents which are which have in your graph discrete mathematical structure topics. Okay, let me discuss first fundamentals of logic. In this, how we are going to discuss the statement and the notations, connectivities and truth tables and implications. Okay. Statement. What is the meaning of statement? So just I will share the notes here. One minute. Yes. Connectivities and the truth tables. This is the basic introduction part, and I will going to start the definitions directly. Yes, preposition. What is the meaning of statement or preposition? Statements or preposition. How we are going to define this word? Statements or preposition means it is a declarative sentence. It is a declarative sentence. Here, I will give one example here. Italy is a country or India is a country. Yes, it is a for a sentence certain meaning. Okay, India is a country, or this is certain. This is some Telangana state. India, Telangana is the one of the state in India. So that is the one declarative sentence that should be have certain meaning. So here, Mumbai is the capital city of India. So whatever it may, whether it is a wrong or not, but it is a what I am saying. Mumbai is the capital of India. 1 + 3 = 4. Yes, it is a sentence. Whether we can say whether it is a right statement or wrong statement, but it should be a declarative sentence. That is preposition or statement. So, what is the meaning of this? Preposition means simply a statement or preposition is a declarative sentence which is either true or false. Okay. I'm not saying exactly it is true or I'm not saying exactly it is false. Simply we can say statement or preposition means it is a declarative sentence which having a meaning. Okay, a declarative sentence and which have whether it should be true or false. These are the few examples. Next, connectivities. So connectivities means how we are going to connect the two declarative sentences with some see here, some notations, whether it may be adjective or conjecture or negate or whatever it may be. So in this first, let me discuss certain definitions, or these are the basic terminology in prepositions or these connectivities. See here. So in this chapter, we have in statements and notations, connectivities and truth tables. Here we have majorly we are going to discuss 5 topics. One is negation, one is conjunction, one is disjunction, conditional, biconditional. Let me discuss one by one. When we are going to say a statement is comes under the negation. So it means here negation means what is the meaning of that word negation? It is the what is the statement is there. Just we have to give the opposition statement for that. Okay. My name is Ashok. What is the opposite name is not Ashok. That is negation. The we are going to say the opposite statement or opposite statement to the given statement. Just with including not. That is negations here. The statement if P is any then negation of P will be opposite of and it is denoted by symbol like this here. Here I table. Yes, is it visualizing? See here statement if
Yes, sir.
P true, then negation of P become false. Okay. Screen కనపడుతుందా?
కనపడుతుందండి.
Right. Okay. So whenever a particular statement is given, based on that statement, I want to give the conclusion. What is the examples here? Delhi is the capital city of India. Yes, this is one statement. We don't know whether it is correct or not, whether it is true or not. But what I'm saying, that should be a declarative sentence. And if I say the negation statement of for that one means India is not a capital city of Delhi is not a capital city of India. That is negation sentence. Simply we can say opposite. Just include not with word not, then that statement comes under the negation statement. So P is P. If P indicates true, the negation P will become false. If P is the particular statement is false, negation will become true. Okay. If let us suppose the statement is itself in Delhi is not a capital city of India. That is the first statement. What is the negation statement for that? Already it is not is there. So remove that not. It will become the negation statement to the original statement. India is a capital city of Delhi is a capital city of India. Right. These are the negation P statement. Okay. See here, x plus 2 equal to 0. If I say x plus 2 equal to 0, then what is x value? X equal to minus 2. Okay. X equal to minus 2, that is, let us suppose that is some declaration sentence. What is negation statement of that? X not equal to minus 2. That is a negation statement. Okay. Similarly, next come to the conjunction. Okay. So the conjunction statement is here. Definition of conjunction, let P and Q. In this for definitions, at a time I'm going to take two statements simultaneously. Statement P, statement Q. Let P and Q be the two propositions. Okay. P and Q. And here I am to discuss the conjunction statement. It is denoted with this arrow, this symbols here. P and Q and indicates the conjunction. This is P and Q denoted by P and Q, and is called the conjunction of P and Q. And the truth table for this conjunction is given by like this here. So if only one statement P is there in previous case here, how many combinations we have totally? One is true, one is false. Because only one statement, whether it may be true or false, we will get the two different statements. But if I take two prepositions simultaneously, P and Q, preposition P, preposition Q, then how many set of combinations will get? Yes, we'll get 2 to the power of 2. If only one statement, it's true or false. If it is two statements are given, then we'll get the 2 to the power of 2. That is, one should be true, true. Next, second, false, true, false. Table రాయడం మీకు రావాలి. Is it clear? How we are going to write the whenever two statements are given, two propositions are given, how we are going to write the truth table for that one. So just remember, only one preposition is given, then we can get the 2 to the power of 1 combinations like this. One is true, one is false only. But whenever two prepositions are given simultaneously, preposition P, preposition Q, for that one, we can get the total number of combinations 2 to the power of 2. That is, both truths, both false, or one first one true, second one false, or second one true. These are the combinations. Then coming to the case, then how we are going to write the truth table for conjunction? If both are true, then what about resultant function? If one is true, one is false, what about resultant function? If both are false, what is the resultant function? Let me discuss here. See here. And already I told what is the notation for and P and Q? It is P like this here. This symbol P and Q. So P, Q are any two prepositions, then P and Q will be, the result will be like this. If both statement, first preposition, second preposition, both prepositions are true, then only the resultant preposition also true. That is P and Q. Simply you can say P conjunction Q. P conjunction Q also will goes to true. Remaining all cases, it should be false. If any one of the preposition is false, then resultant vector is false. Okay. Both are true. In that situation only we'll get the resultant preposition is true. But if any one preposition is false, that is Q also goes. If that is first one false, second one true, then the resultant function, that is conjunction function, P conjunction Q, is goes to false. P false, Q false. That is both prepositions. Then the resultant function also, అంటే మనకు వచ్చే result P intersection Q also will goes to false. These are the truth table for conjunction or P and Q truth table. This is known as conjunction. Next, coming to the disjunction. Disjunction is, it is denoted by like union. You can assume this is the symbol will be like this. You can say P or Q. If P, Q are any two prepositions, then the P or Q or the P conjunction Q is denoted by like this P Q. Okay. For this, again coming to the how we are going to define the truth table. Okay. If two prepositions are there, then how many combinations will get? Yes, how many combinations will get?
4
చెప్పాలి.
4 అండి.
టూ ప్రిపోజిషన్స్ ఫోర్ వస్తాయి. ఫోర్ వస్తాయి. 2 to the power of 2 4 వస్తాయి. సేమ్ అవే 4 కాంబినేషన్స్ కు రిజల్టెంట్ డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. These are the two. If both positions are true, first one true, next second one false, next first one false, second one true, and last case all are false. Then coming to the what is the resultant vector? In conjunction form, I got the result vector is true whenever both are true. But in this case, if at least one of the preposition is true, yes, please listen carefully. At least one of the preposition, any one of the preposition is true or both true, then resultant is true. Only one case, except one case, both cases false. In that situation only result is false. Remaining three cases will get the true only. See here, this is the truth table. If the first preposition is true and second preposition is true, then the P or Q, that is P disjunction Q, is a true. Similarly, first preposition is true, second preposition is false. As I already told, it, then the resultant means disjunction Q is also true. Similarly, third one's here. If first statement is false, second statement is true, then the resultant will true only. And coming to the last statement or last case, if first preposition is false, second preposition is false, in that situation, the resultant that is P disjunction Q is also goes to false. These are the truth table for disjunction quantity. Okay, and these are the you may మీరు ఈ టాపిక్స్ 10th class లో డిస్కస్ చేసి ఉంటారు. If x belongs to A or x belongs to B, let us suppose. Yes, I am saying or means disjunction. X belongs to A, x belongs to R. So it means that what is the meaning of that? X belongs to A or x belongs to B means if x is any one of the element from set A or set B or preposition A or preposition B, then that x must be belongs to disjunction B also. That is x belongs to A union B or A or B. Okay. If x belongs to A, x belongs to B, then x belongs to A disjunction B also. If x does not belongs to A and x does not belongs to B, means x does not belongs to either of the two prepositions, then we can say simply the resultant disjunction is also false. That is x does not belongs to A union B. That is A disjunction Q. Similarly, whereas in a conjunction form, as said in the test level, x belongs to conjunction belongs to A and x belongs to. Then what about resultant term? If x belongs to A, I means definitely belongs to A B. X must belong the conjunction quantity A conjunction B. If x belongs to A and x does not belongs to B, if x is does belongs to common sets, x does not belong to x belongs to A. To be means a conjunction. In case of it implies this we have prepared one minute. వినపడుతుందా? హలో, this is here conditional statement. This is conditional statement. P need to preparations. Then come to their truth table. Conditional statement truth table will be like this. If P is true, true. Then P implies Q, that is P conditional Q will become true. The complete whole statement will become okay. So second one, if P is true, so two P implies Q only, we will get here. Statement is second statement, first statement true, second statement true. Then P implies Q will become true. Whereas first statement P is true, but Q is false. Then P Q will go to false. Similarly, if among the two prepositions, first preposition is false and second preposition is true, then P implies Q will become true. The final statement will become true. Next, if both statements are false, first preposition is false, second preposition is false, then P implies Q. The resultant, that is P conditional Q, is also false. These are the two statements, conditional by conditional statement truth table. Okay, and these are the few examples. See here, I will explain the implication Q for the examples. Let me discuss. It is raining today. Just I am saying the one sentence is or one statement is it is raining, and all rational numbers are real. Okay, it is raining. That is the one declarative sentence, and we don't know whether it is a true or false. Second statement I am taking all rational numbers are real. Yes, obviously it is true, and P implies Q. So it is raining today. Then all rational numbers are real. It means here, these are the resultant vector will be like this. It is raining today, then all real numbers are rational numbers. All rational numbers are real numbers. Next, similarly, here one more example. First statement, it is snowing. Just I am taking a declarative sentence. We don't know whether it is a true or false. Just I am preparing it to central position. Preposition is snowing. Okay, and these are the two statements. P implies will become as P implies Q result. First, P implies Q means it is snowing. Then 3 plus 5 equal to 8. If you combine these statements with a conditional property, then the resultant vector will become it is snowing. Then 3 plus 5 equal to 8. We know that the meaning of this here. P implies Q is false only in the case of P is true but Q is false. As already I given tables here. P is true, Q is false, then result is false. Okay. So it is true, but if it is A, we have different applications in is more. The meaning has two applications in the English language. For example, let me take one more. As preposition P inverse. These are the ways in that truth table. And see, P implies Q is the conditional statement, and Q implies P is the converse of the P implies Q. The converse statement Q is Q implies P, and the contrapositive of P implies Q is the preposition negation P implies negation of Q negation last one by explaining conditional set P and Q are any true prepositions, then P implies Q, double implies. The symbol will be double implies will be like this. P implies Q is the preposition that is true whenever P and Q are the same values. Both P and Q are true, then it is true. If the both statements P and Q are false, the result is false. Remaining two cases means if any one of the case is false or another true, in that situation the result is false. Here, if both statement P statement Q statement true, then the resultant by conditional result also true. Last case here, both statements false, then resultant vector also true. But in two middle cases here, if any one of the result is true, one result is false. That is, one statement is true, one statement is false. In that situation only, the biconditional value or statement value will goes to false. Okay, these are the truth tables of four major quantities or five major logical quantities. One is negation, another one is conjunction, another one is disjunction, conditional, biconditional. Okay, based on this, next class I'll going to start the uh, problems and declaration sentences. I will give the certain prepositions. For that prepositions, let discuss in next class how we are going to truth by logic. Just note on the page numbers. If it is possible, please uh, next class come with by reading all these exercise problems. Just try చేయండి. Next class I will going to discuss this here. Up to this, these are the we are going to prepare the truth tables whenever two prepositions are given. Next class I will explain the including two. I'll going to take one more statement Q or PQ. For that, how many combination will get? For one statement, we'll get the 2 to the power of 1, two possibilities. If it is two statements are yes, if it is only one preposition, then we'll get the 2 to the power of two prepositions, get the two combinations. Whenever preposition, let's suppose three or three cents. How many possible is 2 to the power of 3 combinations. Now, explain the next class how we are going to prepare the truth table for having it having more than two positions. Okay, stop.